things that I really enjoy doing is entertaining people. It's like it makes me feel better. I just really enjoy it. I like it when my friends come over and have a good time and they eat well and they drink well. And one of the things I don't want them to do is get the shits. So I bought this table. This is called an ice table. Basically, it's just a big sink. There we go. So it's a folding table. I forget the name brand. So it's a folding table that you can put ice in, or anything that you want to keep, cool, I guess. I've been using double hotel pans, and what happens with them is they get full of water pretty quickly. It's almost 100 degrees here today, so ice is going to melt faster than you can replenish it because with the water. So it looks like it came with instructions here. Oh, and a screw. Kind of a flimsy drain hose, but that's fine. It's not something I expect to use a lot. And it looks like you can attach it to something else. I plan on just putting it in a 5-gallon bucket. A nice stainless drain with some plastic. I'm assuming this is going to come with a gasket, I hope. Yep, look at that, gaskets. And instructions. Folding ice table assembly and setup instructions. That looks like I may have to get a tool for this. No. We'll put it together without tools first. That's a plug. Holy crap, is it hot today. Yeah, so that's a plug. And that gasket goes. That gasket goes here. Now, this is pretty self-explanatory. If you can't figure this out, then maybe you shouldn't be buying anything. All right. So gasket there. Just like a regular drain. Looks like a stainless screw and a nut. This table looks to me like it'd be really good for butchering or cleaning fish too. Oh, it didn't like that abuse one bit. Put those instructions to good use. Probably would have behooved me to put a little lubricant on this before I put it together. Alright, well, as for everything that I do, it looks like this is going to require more tools than I wanted to get out. This sucker is really tight. Alright. I don't want to hit this with a hammer. I got a bad feeling about that. So I'm just going to give it a little CPR here. But this is just dishwashing soap. All right, well, we got that far. I don't think this is going to play a part in that at all. But you never know. screwdriver. Yeah, that's not doing shit. Now, ironically, fiddling with this table has already taken longer than I wanted it to. But as with everything, bent that nicely. And it's still, I don't know if it came through enough to actually catch a thread. We'll figure that out in a minute. Nope. All right. Now back to the blocks of wood here. I will admit this is slightly disappointing here. I was kind of hoping this was just going to go right together. Apparently it doesn't want to, which is fine. If everything in life was easy, I wouldn't have ever had a job. So this is kind of like smacking on a rubber band with a rubber band. All right. And it popped out and damaged the table already. Excellent. I'm slightly disappointed with this project so far. Yeah, I was hoping that it would be hot enough today that I wouldn't have to stoop to the level of heat guns. I think the other thing is I could shit can this gasket. I think that's part of the problem. Not. We know it's going to leak. That's what it's designed to do. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. That thing's got such a taper to it that it's never going to go in there without heat. Huh. All right. Well, I got other shit to do. This is going to get done in the garage. I can't take the fucking heat anymore.
Well, here's the assembled ice table. From the earlier frustration in my video, or the frustration I showed earlier in the video, I thought I should finish it and put it out there. What a pain in the ass it was for me to put this thing together. Let me show you what the problem was. The drain. See how it fits nice and flush now? So the blow molded table itself wasn't. I guess they never, when they were doing the mold, they didn't think about the drain being tapered a little bit like a regular drain. It's like a sink drain. So what I ended up having to do, which I didn't do on camera because I was so frustrated and heated up and in a rush and all that jazz, was I got my heat gun out and I very carefully heated this area with the heat gun, and I had to press it in with while it was still hot to get it to mold correctly. So if you're gonna buy this one, I got this one from Amazon. It was $89. Be prepared to have to get all your tools out to put this thing together. If you're buying this thing thinking you're just gonna put it together without a problem, that ain't gonna happen. Now you could run this thing without the drain in it, and then it wouldn't really be an issue. But I kind of wanted to put the drain in because I wanted to use the plug. On the total flip side of that is I did end up using the table at the pig roast, and it worked perfectly. You can put hotel pans in here if you want. I had actually was using square disposable, like Rubbermaid disposable containers for my salads and things, and it worked great. Now I did have to keep filling it all day, but everything in the table stayed cool, and I guess at the end of the day I had a one of those recycling cans that, underneath of it, and it was about half full of water by the end of the day. Now that was a really long day. That was from I'm going to say 1 o'clock until, it was a 12-hour day. So it was from 1 in the afternoon till 1 in the morning. This thing held ice whilst, I mean, I had to refill it all day, but it stayed, and it was a 100-degree day. So it absolutely worked well for its intended purpose. It didn't melt nearly as fast as the other tables I had set up, which were just hotel pans and bowls with ice in them. So if you're going to buy one, I recommend it, but be prepared to have to work on it to get it to work.